guys, welcome
We're,
back to Ben's channel here. I'm Kyle Steiniger. You don't probably remember me from a couple of reviews. And here's the host of the show, Ben Maier.
Yeah, welcome back to Ben Maier Movie Reviews, another episode of that. We might have to change the name of that. That might be stupid, I don't know. But anyways, yeah, so Kyle, what did you say the movie is we're going to be reviewing today?
Today we are going to be reviewing 2019's The Joker, or Joker, whatever the heck it's called.
It's just Joker, but you know, it's kind of hard not to put the in front of it. So, we'll let it slip, you know. But, yeah, so this is Joker. Yeah, it's hard not to say The Joker. Joker is a 2019 film produced and distributed by Warner Bros. Pictures, which makes sense because it is a DC film, and Warner Bros. Has been the people behind DC films for some time now, kind of like Walt Disney and whatnot, and Marvel Studios behind the Marvel movies. And so yeah, this movie came out it's like a week ago from yesterday. Actually, it hasn't been out that long. It stars Joaquin Phoenix in the titular role of Joker / in the movie his name is Arthur Fleck. That's what we learned. Typically, classically in the comics or whatever, the Joker's origin, was kind of a mystery, or he didn't really have, a set one, and he didn't really have a set name. So, they gave him a name in this movie, and that is Arthur Fleck. And, kind of weird if he didn't have a name in the movie. But yeah, so they gave him a name, and this is sort of it's an origin story of how this guy Arthur Fleck kind of made this descent into madness, I guess you might say, and into becoming the Joker. And
I would say, at least from what I've heard from people who've been watching movies this season, it sort of follows the trend of dark movies. I mean, you have It Part 2, it's a darker film, and then you have this film, a darker film. And I'm sure that there are other darker films coming out. I mean, obviously it's around Halloween, so, you're going to have movies that have darker themes.
Creepier, scarier, darker themed movies. And yeah, we've had 2 clown movies in the last 2 months. It Chapter 2 and Joker, both of which are enjoyable to watch. Kyle needs to watch It Chapter 2 yet, or else we'd make a review about that. But yeah, it's certainly a like the darkest DC movie, or really any superhero movie from any company that we've had yet, right? I'd say it's one of the darker ones. Mm-hmm. It's rated R for reasons, for multiple reasons actually, language being one of them. But it is pretty dark, and there has been a lot of controversy, about some of the messages in it, or the reasons for this movie at this point in time, and how it's representing society, or what it's trying to tell everybody about society. But as moviegoers and appreciators of cinema and film, and of a good movie, we would say, ignoring all that stuff, it is a good movie. I've called it a pretty dang good movie, actually, and I've seen it 3 times. He's seen it once, but I enjoyed it. I did. I enjoyed it quite a bit, especially the first time, and you pick up on more details as you go each time. But yeah, overall, I'm saying Joaquin Phoenix did a great job. Outstanding performance, right, Kyle?
Yeah, to go with what Ben said earlier, it's a really good movie. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think this is sort of what DC needs to do to compete with the Marvel movies that are coming out. If DC can, maybe not with rated R movies, but they come up with more concrete, good ideas like they did with the Joker here, I think they can definitely compete with Marvel. And to go back on to Joaquin Phoenix's performance, it was phenomenal. He definitely
He hit it out of the park.
He sold that character like nothing. Like when he just showed up within like 5 minutes, you're just like, what the heck? Like you just believed every single second of it that he was this crazy person. You believed it. There was no doubt about it.
Yep.
And so this man definitely should get a nomination.
Yeah, he deserves an award of some
and I
sort.
would say if he doesn't get an Oscar, that's pretty crappy.
I would say he'll get a nomination, for the Best Actor award in a movie, 2019 or whatever. Hopefully he will actually get that
I would
award.
say he definitely
He'll definitely have a good chance of that from the other movies we've seen this year and from what the critics are already saying. And what was I going to say? Oh yeah, Heath Ledger's Joker. Of course, everybody's gonna want to compare Joaquin Phoenix's Joker to Heath Ledger's Joker, but you can't really do that. They're two completely different characters.
Yeah.
And yes, they both did outstanding jobs, award worthy, both of them. And Heath Ledger, he did win.
Yeah, he did win after he passed away. He won the award.
And
yeah, like what Ben was saying, in like Batman lore, I guess, through the ages there have been Jokers been portrayed, and they've all been portrayed differently each time.
And so Joker is one of the few good DC films now that we have seen, alongside Shazam and Wonder Woman and maybe even Aquaman. And so Joker is unlike any comic book movie that we have seen so far, like Marvel, DC, or otherwise. It's completely different. It's not about the huge, big, CGI fights and all the superheroes running around and punching bad guys and whatnot. This movie is, in big action, like movies. That's our typical comic book movie that we see these days. But this one, it's different. And Joker is a character study and a drama above, anything else. A good film above anything else. And yeah, you need to understand that if you watch it and you're like, wait a second, isn't this supposed to be a comic book movie? It's not really actiony, and there's not a bunch of big fights with the superheroes, and it's not really funny and stuff. But that's not the point of it. That's not the point of it. It's it's a different take on comics, and it's a fresh new take on something. It's a good movie, and maybe we'll get some more of these, character study, drama, really deep movies from maybe Marvel, but DC, yes, because they already have one now. And a lot of people at least probably would like to see another one like this. And this movie is a standalone film. If I haven't already mentioned that, it's all by itself. It's not connected to any of the other movies in the DCEU, and it's part of, I believe, what DC's calling, or Warner Bros. Whatever is calling its blacklist films. So these are going to be their, the more darker, R-rated, like that, more mature themed movies. So there's our first one, and maybe we'll see, like, so I was saying to Kyle, maybe we'll see a Riddler movie or something, I don't know. or a Penguin, solo film. But yeah, so, and of course, yes, the typical villain of the comics, DC Comics, Batman's, arch nemesis, his number one villain, most famous one, probably. He is, typically a villain and whatnot, but in this movie, he is the protagonist, and yes, you do get to feeling bad for him at some points. You sympathize or empathize with him, and that's the power of a movie and the power of I mean, it's a good movie, so yeah. So, but yeah, at the same time, it doesn't really matter because, like I was saying, it's just a good film in general. So even with the villain as the protagonist, he has troubles, and things that he fights against in the movie. Call them the antagonist if you want, but either way, Kyle and I enjoyed this film. And can't forget about the CGI, which, as I mentioned, there's not a bunch of big CGI fights and stuff. There's not a whole lot of CGI in the movie, period. It's a pretty relatively low budget movie compared to other ones. Like, I don't remember exactly what, but, so, it's, you don't have a bunch of big CGI fights or a bunch of superhero outfits and costumes and special effects that they had to do. So, we can basically glance over that, but everything did look good. Speaking of which, the cinematography. I was telling Kyle the cinematography in this movie is like great, and maybe you don't think so, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the cinematography. Kudos to the director of photography. Good job in the crew. I think the cinematography in this movie, I think it adds to it. Adds to the overall, feel, I guess, of the movie and its power. It's not too distracting, and it doesn't draw your attention away from what's happening in the movie, so that's good. And Zazie Beetz, or however you want to pronounce her name, is also in this movie. She plays the love interest of Arthur Fleck, Zoe or something, Chloe maybe something, whatever her name was in the movie, I don't know. She doesn't play a huge part. She does good with what she's given, Zazie Beetz, that is. But yeah, so she plays a love interest, and good job to everybody in the movie. Robert De Niro, good job to him and everybody. And so yeah, overall, Kyle and I enjoyed this movie. We thought it was, we might even call it a great film. But at the least, it's pretty dang good. And yeah, so I think that's about it. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for another one of these, and of course, click that subscribe button, like the video. Make sure you let either one of us know, if there is a movie you want us to watch and make a review about, or make a review about if we've already seen the movie, and if you want to be in a movie review or a video of any sort, let me know. And thank you guys again for watching. Peace out.